Day 584, September 30th. Ukrainian forces continued counteroffensive operations in western Zaporizhia Oblast and in the Bakhmut area on September 29th. Russian sources claim that Ukrainian forces attacked north of Robotyne and near Verbov and Novoprokopivka on September 28 and 29. Russian mill bloggers claimed on September 29th that Ukrainian forces unsuccessfully attempted to advance east of the railway line south of Bakhmut near Klishchivka, and reported heavy fighting across the Klishchivka-Andreevka-Kurdyumivka line. The Russian government announced details about the semi-annual conscription cycle set to begin on October 1st in most of Russia, reportedly including the illegally annexed territories in Ukraine. Russian forces continued limited ground attacks along the Kupiansk-Svatov-Kremina line, but did not make confirmed gains on September 29th, and that Russian forces did not conduct any offensive actions in the Kupiansk direction. A Russian mill blogger claimed that Russian forces expanded control over unspecified positions near Torska. Russian forces continued offensive operations but did not advance on the Avdiivka-Donetsk city line on September 29th. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Ukrainian forces repelled Russian attacks south of Avdiivka and Tonenka and near Nevelska, Marinka, and Novomikhailivka. Russian sources claimed on September 28 that unspecified elements of the Russian 150th Motorized Rifle Division continue to fight in the Marinka area. Russian forces conducted offensive operations in the western Donetsk-eastern Zaporizhia Oblast border area and reportedly advanced on September 29th. A Russian mill blogger claimed that Russian forces successfully counterattacked north of Pryutne and achieved unspecified successes. The Ukrainian General Staff reported that Russian forces unsuccessfully attacked west of Staromayorsk and near Urozhain. Ukrainian fighters from multiple detachments that are operating in the region promptly disproved such claims, and reported that not only does the 47th Mechanized Brigade continue conducting its operation, but also that today was actually one of the most successful days in the week because they managed to push Russians further south. And the fighters from the 47th Mechanized Brigade itself released the footage of the recent storming operation north of Novoprokopivka. As can be seen, the assault units were successfully delivered to the contact line with Bradleys, after which they quickly assumed positions in the trenches. The landing operation was conducted with the fire support of tanks in the back that unleashed fire on the Russian strongpoints, suppressing the enemy fire. As of now, the immediate tactical goal of the Ukrainian assault units is to establish total control over the northern part of the village. This will automatically drive Russians out of the central part of the village because it is located in the lowlands and split the control over the village equally. This is precisely the same tactic the Ukrainians used when they pushed Russians out of Robotyne. In order to complicate Ukrainian advances, Russian forces continue conducting airstrikes, predominantly using FAB-500 air bombs. Under such conditions, Ukrainian fighters once again underscored the necessity of operating in small units. This way, Russians simply cannot inflict a lot of losses at a time and have to raise their aviation and use such powerful weapons in trying to hit 3 or 4 troops in a trench line, which is also hard to hit precisely. Unfortunately for Russians, there are even bigger problems with conducting these low-efficiency strikes. Today, Russian sources confirmed that Russian forces accidentally shot down their own fighter jet that was on a mission to conduct an airstrike. The pilots did not survive. Later released footage showed how the intercepted jet fell on the ground. Russian analysts concluded that the identification, friend or foe, once again malfunctioned, and Russians thought that it was a Storm Shadow missile.